Yo,
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
there's a lot going on.
I'm Yesley.
May, crack like this.
I mean,
May, crack like this.
who in the
So
world?
as y'all heard, as of yesterday, I might have to put this one out today since this is so fresh. They found in the West Wing of the White House, they found that Yola, that baking soda, that white girl, that dope. They found some dope over in the West Wing. And
the street names for it.
to me, I think you know who it was. I think Hunter Biden and Tyrone Biggums
Stop
were both back there partying.
They were on vacation, supposedly.
in one of those panic rooms in the back.
But the lady who is the speaker, she said that it's a highly it's a highly trafficked area. So
Who wants to have that on them walking in there?
I don't understand.
Because you know they're gonna find who they're gonna find out who did it, and then they're gonna trace them back. When it comes to stuff like that, they will dust your prints and they will find the person who came and visited and come. That suck. Wouldn't that suck, Joy? Person and gotten all the way home, and then the Secret Service at the door and say, "Hey, is this your dope?
I mean, but
Is this yours?"
I'm just like, that's something that you do before you get there. Come on, people.
And don't
If
do it
you
all.
have to do it,
Love
I'm
your
just
body,
saying.
love God, what God gave you.
You don't need it.
But if you're gonna
Come
do stuff
on.
like that,
Be smart.
who bring dope in the
To
White
the
House?
White House.
You done brought the white powder to the White House.
That's crazy. Boo.
I swear, you show Hunter one there now.
Stop it. All right. Enough of the low blow jokes. Or had a problem. They say
Roll that dope,
They say
roll
he's
that dope,
over
man.
it.
I don't know. We'll see. So we're doing a reaction to this is Megyn Kelly. With Amelia Mbangobo.
who left cocaine found in
Who left that
West
dope up in
Wing
there?
of White House.
The dope boy been up in the White House.
All right, ladies, so there's coke at the White House.
Oh, that's good from
They
Prager.
actually found cocaine at the Biden White House, and somehow it managed not to be the biggest story everywhere in all the mainstream media, though I suspect it would have been different had it been the Trump White House, or in fairness, even the Obama White House. That would have had tongues wagging. But I guess because Joe Biden is 200, we've just decided it's definitely not his. And the son's a drug addict, so whatever, we don't care. I mean, there's coke at the White House. And they found it in the West Wing, in one of the working areas of the West Wing. They originally said the library, and that was convenient because they could have said, oh, it was a member of the public. But then they had to admit, no, it was actually found in the West Wing, in the working area of the West Wing.
And then
I don't know.
High traffic area.
We all suspect Hunter.
No,
of employees.
I was
Yeah.
going to say you were thinking of visitors. No, these are employees.
Well, she
and
said
probably
high-
officials.
She said high traffic employees.
Oh, these decisions are so tough.
Yeah, who would do that though? Who would bring it?
Let's be honest. He was there 2 days earlier. He was there 2 days later. Does anybody really believe he's totally clean and sober and, hasn't had any falls off the wagon? I don't know. But we've gotten precious few details, Amala, out of the White House or the press on this. Ari Fleischer was asking good questions. He was, of course, former press secretary under President Bush. And he was saying, where? Where in the West Wing? We're entitled to know. Was it in the Situation Room? Was it in the Oval Office? Like, whose
Right.
office was it in? We can
Right.
get more specific, and we deserve to have
know.
those specifics on this.
Yeah, I would agree with you there and agree with him there. I think they're going to be working, a PR angle on this one, trying to figure out what's the best possible position that they could place this cocaine in, which just blows my mind that we're even talking about this right now. But the way that I'm thinking about it is in order to get into the White House, don't you have to go through very extensive security checks? Aren't they, checking people's pockets? I've heard on the news that it's
That's what I
hard
was
to even
thinking.
get your own personal wallet into the White House, let alone cocaine, and who even knows how much. So I'm thinking this would have to be a person who maybe they wouldn't check on or has a certain amount of privilege where they can get through without those checks being
Right.
made. Hunter Biden, wink, wink. But it's just wild to me that they're not coming out with very direct answers on this. And it just leads me to believe that they need to sort of clean up the edges on this one a little bit,
Right.
decide who they can implicate in this, or if they can get away with, falsifying some story where nobody's implicated, because this is a bad look for this administration,
Real bad.
especially
Yes.
with all of the other things that are going on with Biden and Hunter Biden.
No.
Well, especially, right, exactly, because we just saw him get a slap on the wrist, Evita, for his tax evasion, for his falsified gun application, saying he wasn't an addict when we knew that he was. These drug crimes that his father's tried to punish everybody else for, but I guess when it comes to Hunter, he gets a pass. Now, this is not to say that this is Hunter's cocaine. That was a joke. We have no idea whose it is. But somebody in the White House had cocaine. And so it would be great to see him show the same sort of zealous attitude toward the law enforcement, toward his own staff, or who knows, whoever's in that White House, as he's shown toward private citizens.
Right. And alarm bells are totally going off in my mind, and should be everybody else's, that they're not telling us exactly where this cocaine was found. This has been a wild ride for the White House. I mean, like, you have, but first of all, cocaine found. And then a few weeks ago, you had a naked transgenders at an official White House lawn event. Yeah. And then you have this Hunter Biden investigation and these IRS whistleblowers implicating the whole family in collusion with the DOJ and is their tax crimes and getting money from the Ukrainians and the Chinese businessmen. I mean, this is just a wild week for the White House and continuing on for months now. So I think that this is really purposeful, that they're not telling us what's going on. This is always what they do. This is what they did with the IRS investigation. The IRS whistleblowers. Right after they came out with their testimonies, you had a bunch of media stories. You had the Russian potential coup that ended up not being a coup. And then you had this submarine explosion that they didn't tell us actually exploded until way later. This is what the media does all the time to cover up for their political allies, and particularly this Biden administration. And it's really disgusting. And I think all of us should be asking, where was this cocaine found? Who had it? And continue asking these questions, because if we don't hold the White House and the media accountable, they will continue to lie to us and stonewall us until we hopefully all forget it.
That's right.
Well, let's be realistic.
She said the whole scandal in a mouthful. I love it. She went down them all, and that's exactly right. If we don't stay on them about giving us answers, the truth,
they're going to move on.
It's going to be a hush-hush situation, and we'll be on to the next thing to distract. But this is just adds more fuel to the fire.
That's how you know that man term is up.
The fire. He don't even care. I feel like he got too many other problems. He ain't even worried about this. I just don't even think this is the least thing he thinking about right now.
He done fell up them Air Force One steps way too many times.
There are cameras covering every inch of the White House. I mean, there's no way that there's any public area that is accessible by staff, never mind visitors, that they don't have on camera. So this should not be too hard to solve.
Right.
And we deserve an answer. We deserve to know, who was it? Was it some high-level policy person who's on drugs inside the White House? Was it a member of the First Family? Was it some low-level staffer? And how on earth did they get coke into the people's house? I want answers to all these things. This, I should point out, just hit from CBS, saying reports that the illicit drug was allegedly found in a common area storage facility cubby where White House staff and guests regularly store their cell phones.
See?
Additionally, a source familiar with the ongoing investigation, so that's single source, unnamed, said that the substance was found in a small dime-sized bag. That's according to NBC News. Now listen, you really want us to believe that some guest who was forced to store his phone in a cubby took out his dime bag of coke and shoved it in there right next to his phone?
Right.
Like, I got to take everything out of my pockets and store. Bullshit. That's
right.
not true.
Come on.
That's not how this happened.
No. And that's and see, that's what I was thinking. Don't they have to go to security to get up in there?
Absolutely.
Don't they have to be checked?
Absolutely.
And even for
you think they're gonna risk you coming up doing harm in the White House? Because a lot of times the president might be there.
Even the employees have to go through some level of their security entrance may be different from a civilian, but nevertheless, you still don't know the mindset of your employee. So they should be checked as well.
Yeah.
So why is it a puzzle? That's what I was thinking. Don't they have to be going through security to get inside? I mean,
and who want to say I'm gonna put my dope in here with my iPhone 14?
And it's a cubby. So this specific cubby is going to be identifiable to this person, right?
Right.
Or not. Maybe you just go in there and put your stuff in a cubby.
They know they got enough technology to trace back who had the dope, and I guarantee it was somebody that worked.
If there are cameras all over the place, then they know who it is.
Yeah.
Or are very close to getting that footage in that particular area.
They saw them pull that little dime bag out like this.
But who does that? That's just so stupid to me. I mean, was this like a prank?
If it sounds
because
prankish.
it's like, who would take that out and just put it there like, I'm going to come back for it in about 2 hours.
Sounds pranky.
Who does that?
It does. It sounds prankish.
I don't know. People just are so. There's so many non-thinkers. There are more non-thinkers than thinkers in the world. It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, because what person in their right mind who thinks, first of all, would even bring it there?
Correct.
And then second of all, put it in an open cubby?
Correct.
I don't know. This sounds a bit fishy to me, guys.
Somebody will have
How stupid.
somebody will sound like they
No,
were
that
partying
is
at the
just
White House.
downright dumb.
Have you ever had the desire to want to go to the White House?
Actually, I have not.
Me either. For some reason,
Yeah,
it's like
that's not one of my
peeves that sometimes
it's
I'm
not
excited
on
about.
my hit
Excitement list.
Yeah, of travel places to go and see.
I would like to go back to DC though and see other parts of DC, but as far as
I've never been to DC. That's a place that I would like to go.
yeah, I was a kid. All right, man. So that's what happened, man. When you have the dope in the White House, all it takes is a little bit before it's gonna blow up, and then you already got some problems with a person that was or is on drugs.
I know, and that's like it's
So-
just of course that's the first thing that may come to your mind because we know of his his previous drug addiction, alleged previous drug addiction. So I mean, not alleged. I'm saying previously alleged. It still could be going on, but I would think. But we know under all the heat that he's under, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt to actually have some sense now.
Yeah.
To not to do anything as crazy as that.
Absolutely.
So it would have to be
it's
somebody else. But
it was Tyrone Bigham. So he was there.
That's insane.
All right, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment down in the section below if you want some more, man. We gotta go.
It's time to get them folks up out of there though.
Bye.
Yeah.